I'm sure you've seen the reports. I'm seeing them absolutely everywhere. Tesla's Model X is no longer available for sale on Tesla's website. Same with the Model S. People keep emailing me saying, hey, Sam, Viking, when can I get a Model S and a Model X? I've been waiting years. Well, everyone is telling you right now that you can't get one, period. Tesla is no longer going to sell the Model X or the Model S to Australians, to people in New Zealand, to people in many countries, the UK, Japan. Is this true? Is this reporting correct? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think. Something very different is going on. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Now, this is a video really aimed at Australians, people in the UK, Japan, anywhere you're in a right-hand drive market, anywhere where the steering wheel is on the right-hand side of the car, not on the left-hand side. You know what? I wish the idiots here, whoever, the damn convicts that started this country, I wish they had put the steering wheel on the left-hand side, made our roads on the left-hand side. We would have been able to get so many more cars because there's not many countries around the world where the steering wheel is on the right-hand side. So it's actually quite amazing that Tesla ever made cars back in the niche days of the Model S and the Model X when they first came out. It's amazing that Tesla actually made them for car markets that are right-hand drive, because even General Motors and Ford don't think it's profitable to do that. So you know what they do here in Australia? We import cars here from America and other places, but in particular America, thousands of them every single month. And then we move the steering wheel from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. There's heaps of other changes we have to make as well. In fact, hundreds of changes. And then we sell thousands of pickup trucks from America to Australians in right-hand drive. There's a lot of demand for right-hand drive vehicles that are made in America, surprisingly, but there is. Well, maybe it's not surprising. It depends on what your type of preference for car is. So the Model X Plaid and the Model S, they've been removed for sale from the Tesla website. Everyone's saying, that's it. You won't be able to buy one. That's just the end of story. Now, one thing I think is interesting. Everyone's saying as well that Tesla has a massive amount of inventory right now in the United States. The discounts aren't working. They've got a record amount of inventory. But the interesting thing is, the only vehicle of the 4 vehicles that Tesla sell that they have an actual record amount of inventory for is actually the Model X Plaid and the Model X Long Range, the standard Model X. They have a lot, and I mean a ton of Model X's. In fact, the majority of that inventory number are Model X's. And they're just sitting in the car park at Tesla's factory in Fremont. So I'm curious, why did Tesla make a whole bunch of Model X's that they apparently don't have orders for, that are just sitting around? I think this is the reason. The 2023 Tesla Model X Plaid has been spied in Australia. Is it coming to local showrooms? Well, here's my opinion. A left-hand drive version of the Tesla Model X Plaid has been spotted in Australia 2 years after it was unveiled in the United States. There is no date yet for when it will be on sale here in Australia, but I do know that there is a lot of people who have placed orders for the Model X and the Model S Plaid versions and the normal versions in the UK and Australia. Probably New Zealand, considering the massive discounts you guys get on EVs now. The updated 2023 Tesla Model X electric SUV, I think, is one step closer to coming to right-hand drive markets. After the vehicle was seen with trade plates and was photographed testing in Australia. This was months after a Model S sedan twin was spotted here on Australian roads. The thing is here, it's not just that the car was here, because someone could have just imported them and thought, well, I'll try and convert it to right-hand drive myself. Pretty tricky process for an EV. No one really knows how to do it here in Australia. But it has trade plates. So clearly this Tesla brought them here for testing. There's only one reason you'd bring them here for testing. That is because you're planning on selling them here. And there's only one reason Tesla would make a whole bunch of Model X's that it doesn't have orders for, because it does have orders for them. And, well, at least those orders are coming very soon. I think Tesla has plenty of pre-orders for the Model X and the Model S, just not in the US. Unfortunately though, more than 2 years after its US unveiling, there is still no date for when you can get a Model S or a Model X. Now this image you can see here was posted to the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y Facebook page, and it shows a black Model X, which I think looks really good, parked at a Tesla supercharger in Queensland. Now, if you check the vehicle identification, it shows it is a 3-motor plaid model. It's the fastest SUV in the world, period. It's actually one of my top 5 dream cars. Sounds ridiculous, but the reason for that is it's really practical. It's got a really big interior, right? It's got 7 seats. I've got 2 boys who have lots of bikes. We have, surfboards, stuff to put in the back. Maybe I'll get a dog when I get back to Australia. I don't know. But I'd love one of these. And I love performance cars. I've always had things with performance cars, but if you combine those 2 things together, this is it. I'm not sure about the doors. I mean, they're cool, but, I'm not sure how long they'll last for, but hey, I'll take it. It's a cool party trick. So wearing limited use license plates, this model is left-hand drive and it's fitted with Tesla's controversial yoke half steering wheel, which can now be swapped for no additional cost. Now, apparently, you actually have to pay more now to get the yoke. So you've got to get the yoke as an option if you want to get the yoke steering wheel. It's a $250 option. Now the Model X, both the Model X and the Model S come standard with the normal steering wheel. I like the yoke. I know people criticize it. I don't know why everyone criticizes it and moans about it. I mean, there's plenty of other cars with yokes in them, but no one talks about it. It's so strange. If Tesla does it, everyone talks about it. Everyone else does it, no one even cares. I mean, Lexus have it as well. Plenty of other cars that have a yoke or a similar type of steering wheel in their vehicles. Plenty of Formula One cars that have them as well. Not to say that that's a reason for having it, but there is. Pre-orders for the facelifted Tesla Model X opened when the car was unveiled in the US in January of 2021. But the price and arrival timing details for Australia were pulled from the Tesla website at the end of 2021. Deliveries began in the US in October that year, with much of Europe and China following this year. So it's taken Tesla a little while to get the cars to Europe and China. We've seen tests in Europe. We've seen CarWow trying to rig the test to make the Tesla vehicles slower. That's true. They put winter tires on them and compared them to cars with race tires on them, and the Model X still slaughtered them. That's pretty funny, right? And the interesting thing is that YouTube channel, it's the biggest automotive, I'm just going to say it, you know what it is, CarWow, right? They've got more subscribers than anyone on YouTube, but they didn't tell anyone that they tried to rig the tests to make the Tesla slower to give the other cars in the test a chance, which will actually, I think all of them were more expensive than the Tesla Model X. Didn't matter. The Model X just destroyed them. Anyhow, if past new model launches are a guide, where Australian arrivals have commenced within 6 to 12 months of the left-hand drive European launch, that would mean the Model S and the Model X will be here by around about the end of this year. And it makes sense, right? We've seen the Model S, we've seen the Model X. Tesla doesn't just import cars to Australia for no reason. Right? It doesn't import the new models for no reason. Start testing them with trade plates on. What a waste of time. Tesla is not the car company to waste its time. And it's sold the Model S and the Model X for many years in Australia. I'm pretty confident there's a lot of people that want one. So what will the price be? Well, that's a good question. Right now, the Model X, the standard model costs $97,500 US. The plaid model costs $107,500. That's ridiculous. That is just so ridiculous. $107,500 for the fastest electric SUV on the planet, 7-seater. It sounds expensive, but it's just an incredible bargain. It's insanely well priced. This thing is faster than plenty of supercars. It's so affordable when you consider the competition, not when you consider actually affordable cars, but when you consider what it's competing against. It's ridiculous. Pay the extra $10,000, you get the plaid, you get a supercar SUV. Mind blown. It's ridiculous. But anyway, awesome. What's that price going to be in Australia? It converts directly to 162,000 Australian dollars. Now, I think there'll be a bit of a tax on it because it is a bit of effort for Tesla to build these cars in right-hand drive, then to ship them all the way to Australia. I'm going to guess it'll be about 180,000 Australian dollars for the Model X Plaid, probably $170,000 for the Model S Plaid. Model S Plaid is faster, by the way. Yeah, the cheaper versions, the standard versions, I mean, why buy those? Seriously. But hey, price of those, I think, will be about $150,000 to $140,000 for the Model S standard model. Model X standard model, $150,000 Australian. Now, what about in the UK? The Model X direct conversion is £86,000, but you guys have crazy car taxes there. I don't understand them, to be honest. Cars seem more expensive in the UK than almost anywhere else in Europe, in most of the Western world. I'm going to guess you're going to be looking at £110,000 for the Model X Plaid, £100,000 for the Model S Plaid. That's my guess. Other countries, not too sure, but you never know. I think we're going to find out pretty soon. I'm going to guess probably within 3 to 4 months, you'll be able to buy one of these on Tesla's website. Now, I would say don't hold me to it, but I'm confident this is going to happen. So hold me to it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.